Okay, we're exiting Warmun or Turkey Creek Roadhouse, heading towards Kununurra, and I've just had two of Villy's best pies. Villy makes pies apparently in Adelaide, and I had some iced milk coffee. So I'm replete and now I'm ready to go. And so Kununurra is now 196. Well, we've left the Turkey Creek Roadhouse, so we'll just have a little look at where we were. And where are we now? It's 200 to Wyndham and 120, what did I say, 196 or something to Kununurra. And there is a fork in the road, I believe, and we go right to Kununurra and straight ahead to Wyndham. So we're going to go to Kununurra today. Maybe on the way back we'll do a little tour of Wyndham as well. That's where the 5 rivers meet. Of course, now we'll see where we are heading, and I'm not promising that we go to Wyndham, but you never know. It just depends on where the whim takes us. The land of the one-lane bridge. Helicopter flight cost? Well, it cost $500, $499. But in my view, it's $499 really well spent, because you get that perspective from the air that you don't get on the ground, and it's a very good way to see. And as you noticed, I didn't actually make it into the bungles per se because of the water crossing, so I covered hedged my bets, and I think I came out a winner anyway with the helicopter flight. I just hope the footage turns out as well as I think it might. That will remain to be seen. Talking about that helicopter flight though, when you put it all together, those other two people, Tim and Anna, who were my flight buddies, if you like, would have also paid $499 each. So there's $3 off $1,500 for a 40-minute flight. So that's a fair amount of money. I don't know how much a helicopter costs to run, but I know the maintenance of those things is pretty expensive, and to buy them is incredibly expensive. So, you know, we spend crap loads of money on various things, and my way of looking at it is something like that is something you do very rarely in your lifetime, and it's well worth it to actually get that bird's eye view, because I saw things up there I would never have seen on the ground and never appreciated it. So, you know, money well spent, I say. So anybody coming up, go for it. Take a flight out of wherever you are and fly over the Bungles or Honolulu. Just saw a lot of dust down here and straight ahead, but it may have been a truck crossing the highway. Hope it's not another one of those willy things. Sure created a fair bit of dust. property over yonder, but I couldn't see any vehicles moving. Maybe it was just the wind raising the dust. I don't know if it's still there now. I can't see behind me, but whatever it was sure kicked up a lot of dust for a few seconds there. Just keep this rolling until this caravan going in the opposite direction passes from New South Wales. I guess by this point in the video, or series of videos, you'll be heartily sick of the sight of scenery. Well, that's tough, because I never get sick of seeing this scenery, which is probably why I keep coming up here. And this is part of it that you probably haven't seen, because I haven't been up this way for 4 years this way. So it's always good to renew the acquaintance with the landscape. There are some magnificent examples of boab trees around here, and they are just such trees full of character with their bottle-like bodies and their spindly limbs. Amazing tree. Look at this one coming up, and that one over to the left, extreme left. Have a look at that. What a tree. I just had to change the battery in this GoPro, and we're now about 70 or 80 k's outside of Kununurra. And we're going through 3 k's of windy road. This Kununurra country, mate. Kununurra country. We're going to be passing the Dunham Roadhouse at 5, and Kununurra is 111 away. Somehow or other I programmed this GPS on my right, the Warmun, for a place called Hidden Valley Road, which I think is a caravan park off, and it only says 64 k's, but I'm going to do the 50 into town because I want to go into town for shopping and such like. And that's the one drawback with the Warmun. Whenever you want to save something, you're supposed to plug in an address. Doesn't seem to give you any option just to say a locality and a town, and then just say, look, take me there to the middle of the street, like the navman will. But Warmun have to be a little bit more complicated than that. I'm a bit tired right now. It's 5 to 1, still Saturday, and I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. So I'm sort of looking forward to getting into Kununurra, doing a little bit of shopping, finding somewhere to stay and pitch my tent on the roof overnight, and putting my head down for a while. It's been a big day. So we're coming up on Dunham Roadhouse. No need for me to stop, although it's very enticing because they say free coffee for the driver, but I'm going to press on. There it is over there. Dunham Roadhouse. And a very pleasant looking little place it is too. Lovely. Caltex. This is Big McPhee Creek we're crossing over here. A little while ago we passed Little Little McPhee Creek. And we've also been over Big Mabel Creek and Little Mabel Creek. So they had a thing for bigs and littles out in this area, obviously, when they were naming things. And yes, I know I talk a lot of rubbish sometimes, but hey, what else am I going to do when I'm out here on my own, enjoying this wonderful trip? You can always turn me off or turn down the volume, but if you do, you're in danger of missing some pearls of wisdom. I don't know if it's showing up, but some of these trees along the side of the road, they have little yellow flowers on them. There's some there. And Rosemary at Mimby, she highlighted or mentioned some of these trees with the flowers that the Aboriginals can use for medicinal purposes. And I see quite a lot of them up this area with the yellow on them. I think something she mentioned they make a tea or something out of. Anyway, look at that scenery. Wow. Hey, you can't beat that, can you? Hey, look at that. Right as we speak, I have just passed 4,600 kilometres of travel since I left home. So that means that I now have to do, well, I'm not even where I'm at yet, that amount of travelling in kilometres to get home again. So by the time we get home, it's going to be over 9,600, probably closer to 10,000 kilometres of travel. Now that's not too bad, considering Dunham 24-hour stopping and litter disposal point. I've done a little look in Dunham, 24-hour stopping, rest area. I noticed that there's a little bit of water in the Dunham River as we passed over the bridge just before this video started, scene started. So I'll go and have a look. What have we got here? Oh look, it's pretty well organised, one-way system. Wow. Tables and chairs, barbecues. I'm always looking at these through the eyes of future perspective. Dunham. It's only 1:10. These people may be having lunch or making an early camp. Okay, well that's Dunham. We've done it. We've done it at Dunham. Here we're coming up to another little one-lane bridge over Arthur Creek. And I think if I may get through before this other vehicle, yes I will. Arthur Creek. It's a nice little narrow one, and there's pandanus on the side. Ooh, we are in the tropics. Beautiful. It's a rather imposing block of stone there to the right. Huh. They're all going off now. Those rocks. Hey, ancient rocks. Beautiful. Oh, that's worth $1 zillion. just to see it. And I just wish all you folks could be actually here, seeing this in the flesh as I'm driving along and I'm gazing out the window at this vista in front of me and at the side of me. I can't say behind me because I can only see it through the rear vision mirror. But it's beautiful. So now we've got two cameras going. How do I edit this? One after the other, I suppose. I have to remember which camera I turned on first. I know it was the one looking rearward, so we'll turn that off first. These off. And now we turn this baby off. Oh, shades of the African savannah. There. This road is actually part of the Savannah Way, they call it. And it leads from here up through into Darwin, and then you can go out of Darwin across to Borroloola, and then into Queensland, into the Gulf country of Queensland is the Savannah Way. I did do part of it a few years ago. I'd like to do it again, except for COVID. So, come on, we've got to get rid of this bloody COVID thing so we can all get on the road. Mind you, having said that, I think half of the eastern part of Australia is now in Western Australia, looking at the amount of cars from the various states on the road, taking up valuable space in all our campsites. But then, that's okay, we'll let them. More of the savannah. Somebody with a date with destiny. We're going through some sort of a canyon. I think it's a canyon. Now we've got two cameras going. How do I edit this? One after the other, I suppose. I have to remember which camera I turned on first. I know it was the one looking rearward, so we'll turn that off first. I will turn this one off for this tree. Look at that tree there. That was brilliant. Huge. Right, well, we're about to make a right-hand turn at this intersection. The left takes you to the Five Rivers Lookout and El Questro station on the Gibb River Road, and off to Wyndham. And we're going to Kununurra, and it's also the road to Katherine in the Northern Territory, which we will not be going near this year because of COVID. So it's into Kununurra, and Kununurra is about 45 k's up here on the Victoria Highway, this is called. roads. And it's 115 to the Lake Argyle Ord River Dam. There's a big flashing sign thing. What does this say? Wet paint. Oh, okay. Pass on the left. Wet paint. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Working on a Saturday. Paint truck. Pass on the left, in other words, go inside him. Well, I've never come across this one before. Drive slowly, pass on the left on the inside. He can't get round because the truck is too big that's actually doing the spray painting. That's why. That's using your noggin. Well, there you go. And they have these little marker things that are pointing at the road. Like a laser pointer. That's really interesting. Now we have another one. And what's he doing? Is he painting a different line? The spotter. There's a big aeroplane in the sky coming into Kununurra or leaving Kununurra, one of the two. We're on the final little about 8 k's from Kununurra, and it's 2:05 on the Saturday afternoon, so that's not too bad. The shops hopefully will still be open so as I can do a little bit of shopping and then find a caravan park, and that's the Ord River, I think, down to the left. Not that you're going to see it much. Got plenty of water in it. Not like when I flew over this morning, didn't have any water in it then. There's a lake and a river. You're getting this from both sides. We're getting it from the front, going across the bridge, and we're getting it looking rearwards or sideways whilst we cross the bridge. Now, I did stay at a caravan park along this lake somewhere, Lakeside Drive or something, so I'll have to stop shortly, see if I can find it. Now there's a lake and a river. You're getting this from both sides. We're getting it from the front, going across the bridge, and we're getting it looking rearwards or sideways whilst we cross the bridge. Now, I did stay at a caravan park along this lake somewhere, Lakeside Drive or something, so I'll have to stop shortly, see if I can find it. That was a little bit of a disappointment. Last time I came here to Kununurra, I stayed in the Lakeside Caravan Park, and I just sort of made a beeline there, and they're actually closed for renovations, and so they're not taking any bookings in the caravan. And it was such a lovely place too, right on the lake with birds and everything. So she said they'll get them back to normal at some stage. But now I'm going to another place called Hidden Valley that the young fella that was camped next to me yesterday said he got in there and they had vacancies, but of course it's the weekend now. So keep the fingers crossed. We go to Weber Plain Road and turn right. And there is a sign that says caravans and tents, a knife and fork. If you want a knife and fork, you can get one there. Well, that's a pointy looking hill. Looks like the Matterhorn there ahead. It is the Matterhorn. Well, keep your fingers crossed for me, because we're going to go into Hidden Valley, Poinsettia Way. Let's see if they have any vacancies. Okay. Now. We shall see. Over here is an office. Surely there'll be something. Some room at the inn. Stop all inquiries at the office. Let's check in. Okay. Right. I'm in Kununurra now, and this is the Kununurra Hidden Valley Caravan Park, which is a lovely little park here. And it's Sunday morning, I think the 29th now of August. And I've just had breakfast, and I haven't cleaned up, as you see. And I have some neighbours over here. This is Bob and Laurie. They're up from Perth, and they've just done the Gibb River Road. How are you this morning, boys?
Fine, thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Refreshed, thank you.
Yeah, had breakfast?
Yeah, 3 cups of coffee.
Yeah, that's about mine too, and I had a couple of slices of toast. But anyway, you guys are going to go explore the Durack homestead or something, I think,
We'll
today.
try and find it and have a look at it.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, yep. Oh, well, I reckon it'll be all right. I'm going to do some...
The other thing, Dave, I noticed up at Wyndham there was a big museum. We actually didn't go in.
Okay, yeah.
So for those travelling up to Wyndham, that's one place that...
Yeah. Did you go up to the Five Rivers Lookout?
No, I'm sorry, but we didn't.
Okay. Well, I was actually thinking about going up there next time I'll probably go through there if I'm going to go do El Questro. Yeah. And I might just take the Five Rivers Lookout in again. It's a place to be. Anyway.
Having done the Gibb,
yeah,
we've had enough gravel.
You've had enough gravel, yeah. Haven't we all?
And enough corrugation.
And enough corrugations to last a lifetime. But you guys have done it, because you're what we might term some of our older citizens doing the Gibb, I'd say.
Certainly, yes.
Yeah? And how old are we?
76.
76.
And 70.
Well, there's a lesson to all you blokes out there who are sitting at the couch watching the footy. Get out there and do it, for Christ's sake.
You don't need $150,000 Sahara.
No, look at that. There you go. See?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your trip.
Thanks, Dave.
They can see you on YouTube. I'm at Kununurra, the Hidden Valley Caravan Park, as we know. And It's 32 degrees. So I went to the pool. Very relaxing Sunday today. Okay, well after 2 nice days at Kununurra, the Hidden Valley Caravan Park, I'm now leaving. It's 10 to 7 and Monday morning, the 30th I believe of August. I'm going to make my way to the tyre place to see if I can strike a deal with some tyres. If not, I'm going to head to Wyndham and then I'll do a little bit of a tour of Wyndham and then I'll come back and go to El Questro. Well, I'm at Bridgestone Tyres in Kununurra, and they have been able, first car off the rank this morning, to fit a new set of tyres to my Nissan, which I think is excellent service. So big thanks to the boys at the Bridgestone Kununurra tyre place. So we've got new Bridgestone Duelers. Beautiful, look at that. And we'll have a new set of shoes on the whole car. Ready to rock and roll. Oh yeah, and our nice new tyres. Look at that. Beautiful. Fantastic. Oh, beautiful. Brand new tyres. Yeehaw. Bridgestone Duelers. All terrain. Oh, now I've got Karen on the damn phone telling me how to get to somewhere. Okay. Over there is the Kununurra Airport. It's where a lot of those heli flights go out. While I turn this damn GPS thing off. How annoying. GPS Karen. Well, I'm very happy and absolutely amazed. Those to be able to rock up at a store, a tyre store in Kununurra at 7:05, just after they'd opened, and the guy say, oh, you know, you're probably really busy. And I get 4 tyres put on the car. It's 10 to 8. And if I was in Broome, I'd probably, oh no, we can't do that, you know, you'll have to wait for 3 or 4 days or, you know, longer. So, top marks to the boys there at Bridgestone Kununurra. They're fantastic. Just, and now I feel a lot safer driving home with 4 new shoes on the car than, you know, 3 or 4 fairly old, well-worn tyres. So anyway, they're driving along and it feels so smooth. The old Nissan doesn't know what it's in for. Now we're crossing over the bridge again.